What's going on there, YouTube? This is SCL0320 representing JVS. So I'm back here again for another review. To my great excitement, I was able to get an advanced screening to see Edgar Wright's new film, Baby Driver. Be quite honest with you guys, like the first trailer, I looked at it a while back, and I really wasn't impressed. Like I didn't know, for one, when I watched the trailer that was an Edgar Wright movie, and at the same time it was just kind of, it didn't really capture me. Then I started hearing all these buzzes from different critics and different people that were saying that this movie is awesome, it's really good, it's one of his best, and I gotta say that it met my expectations and it furthered it because of two specific things which I'll get into in this review. But let's go ahead and just break this down. So the movie itself, from a cinematic and practical effect and stunts, they were amazing. The car chases that they were able to capture with this one, to me, are better, if not rival, what they've done with Drive, what they've done with like Casino Royale, what they've done with the Jason Bourne series. The Jason Bourne series, to me, have had the best in terms of, you know, the wheelman type of things without, you know, a lot of CG. But this movie was all practical effects, and the way they're able to do all these different scenes and stunts, like I was legit like in it. Even like a lot of the gun battles, there was some gun moments where I think there was this movie called, was it 999? Like when I saw the trailer, I was like, yeah, you got Aaron Paul, yeah, you got my boy, you know, Daryl Dixon. And then I heard it was some trash, so I never watched it. Maybe I shouldn't have said that, because I can't judge a book by its cover. But I looked at the trailer and I was like, yeah, you know, let's go. But let me tell you, when you see, you know, my man John Hamm with the AK-47, and you see my man Jamie Foxx like just sit there cocked and ready, like these dudes, with the way they carry the guns, the way they're able to use it and capture it visually from a cinematic standpoint, it was amazing. Like I think that the cinematographer for this one was really well done. I'm not sure who they got for the cinematographer, but they did their job. Like one of the things about Scott Pilgrim, they're able to capture those epic moments, you know, like those cool, like eye candy moments. Even like Shaun the Dead and Hot Fuzz, there's these cool action moments. And I gotta say, every single character, from Jamie to Kevin Spacey to my man that plays Baby, they all have this moment to shine. I think definitely Baby with the driving skills. John Hamm, I'm gonna say this, okay? At first, his character kind of came off really different. Towards the third act, I was like, this man's legit. This man, low-key, he could have been the... Oh, man, I don't want to spoil anything. Let's just say he could have been a superhero, okay? And I'm going to say that. And it's not even on the DC side. It's on the Marvel side. And I think that he could have played that role to a T, just based on his performance in this one. You'll know what I'm talking about when you see it. Jamie Foxx, I think he did a really good standout performance. I think some of the times I was kind of like waiting for that random Jamie Foxx humor. He doesn't do that a lot. I think most of the jokes he comes off across are very serious. Like he's very unpredictable character. I don't know what he's truly capable of. Even after the movie, I was kind of like, yo, what was that man really truly capable of? Like even John Bernthal showed up in the film for a short amount of time. He stole the show. He did a great job. But this is all about, like I said, the guy that played in Fault of Our Stars and, you know, what was that? The Divergent series, that played the role of Baby. And I gotta say, he did a really good job because his character, he's not flawed. He's just very different. Like he's got an actual defect with his hearing that was caused when he was very young. And the way that they were able to actually backtrack and show, you know, his method to what he does because of, you know, some of the things that happened in his past and how they were able to depict that through certain flashbacks and like with his family and with his mother, it just all cemented everything perfect to one of the best things about this film that I've been waiting to talk about is the music. The music is a part of the film. It's its own, you know, acting role, because every single moment that Baby drives, every single moment he moves, every single thing he does, even other characters, like there was a moment where there was a gun battle, and I tell you, the song that was playing, Like, you hear a gunfire, like a bullet, pop, pop, pop. It was beaten to the beat of the actual song. The soundtrack for this one is award worthy, and I personally would buy the soundtrack right now if it's available. It was great. They able to use certain sound effects and certain movements that work perfectly with the cinematics, of course, but the sound was just on key. And the thing is that I didn't tell you guys that Edgar Wright actually showed up. The director, he actually showed up for my screening, and he was talking about, like, there are moments when you see this movie again that you'll see certain things when the songs are actually picking up. Not just like the main character might go into a groove and actually start moving, or maybe like when he's driving, like he'll drift with the beat of the actual song, but there are other things, other messages that you don't notice until you see it again. And this movie has replay value. I actually would legit go see this again. But let's break down the story. So he's a wheelman, yes, but what allows you to, rally behind him? You find out he is mentored and loved by his guardian, this, African American man. He's old, he's deaf, and they just got this love for each other that to me was just infectious. I actually really appreciated the father-son kind of dynamic between them. His relationship with this other waitress, her name was Deborah. The woman she is actually a chameleon. That's what the director had said, because I didn't realize this is the same chick that played Cinderella and was like the awesome sister for Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies. Even though that wasn't a good film, her action moments were dope. And she was just a totally different character in this. I thought she did a really good job, and their chemistry was actually really good. But then, you got Kevin Spacey that has a relationship with Baby, and you start to unravel him, and you're like, this dude, he's on some other stuff. And everybody that he knows brings Baby into the world of this darkness. And it's like the character, he's trying to fight getting out of the darkness the entire movie. And you're rallying behind him, hoping that he does. But it's like you realize that some things you just can't shield yourself from. There was one moment where there was like they were trying to raid this location. I don't want to spoil the movie. And all of a sudden, like, they go in with guns. He moves the car forward so he doesn't have to see what happens. Then he moves it back and you see, man, somebody's gone. Somebody got blown away. And you start to understand that everything that's happening is pulling apart of the soul. Even though he's a very silent, dark kind of character, he's really not. Like, he does not want to see people suffer. He really wants to help other people. And it's just like the business he's in, he just can't. And the movie to me is about him trying to break out of it with the skill set that he has. And I think that they do a great job with this film. Like, it actually is legit a very fun and awesome ride that I'm going to give this movie a 9 out of 10. I actually really enjoyed it. This is one of those movies that I really want to see it again. And I think I want to take my wife, because one of the things we love is music. And I think that they adapted it very well. It was the perfect blend of action. I think the romance and certain romantic moments, I think it's not going to be like, that Steve Trevor, Diana Prince kind of level where it's like really quick and there, or cliquish kind of. Like, they actually have a slow burn kind of relationship, as well as every other character. Like, if you are going into this movie thinking, like, we're going to get to this relationship, we're going to know about this person's backstory, you're not going to get that. You're going to get, like, the slow burn for each character that they're going to dissect and allow you to witness them showing what they really all are about. And I think that every person besides John Bernthal's character really unravels themselves. By the end of the movie, I was just like, dang, everybody was clapping in the theaters. Again, I give this movie a 9 out of 10. There's certain things I don't want to say because I can't really spoil the movie, but for what they did, and then even the violence, they didn't hold back on any of the violence at all. It was actually legit, and they actually had some really interesting actors that kind of make a guest appearance, but I'm not going to talk about that. Just go and check out Baby Driver. It is definitely worth your time. Don't put too much emphasis on what critics are saying or what even I'm saying. Go to see the movie for yourself and try to get an understanding of what this boy is really all about, what Edgar Wright wanted to make that's been, I guess, 10 years in the making based on his perspective, and definitely just check it out for yourself. See if you have a good time at the movies. I think you probably will. Keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. Baby Driver definitely is lit. Peace, guys.